All right, Skope TV, we are back. Rob, you still with me?
Yeah,
And I just want to make a quick comment to Skope listeners all over the world. I just want to let the people of Norway know that we are with them. Terrorism is cowardice, and violence breeds more violence. And we got a lot of Skope readers in Norway, and we just feel awful, and our hearts and prayers are with you tonight as you deal with this terrible tragedy. But if it helps, we got one of the most incredible guitarists on the line. So let's get back to the music, and we will heal and we will move forward. Now, Rob, you've been playing out a lot recently. Framingham, Massachusetts, New England, all over. What are some gigs you have coming up? Where can we see Rob C in person?
okay. The first gig coming up in July will be over there in New York City. It's at 189 East 3rd Street in New York City. It's going to be an acoustic set of originals and a few classic tunes, a few Clapton tunes, and a few Hendrix tunes. It's the LeClaire Lounge, I think it's called. And we'll be in there from 8 to 10 on the 26th of July. And we might be doing that, like, if it all works out, maybe once a month in New York City. That's the plan. I'll be August 27th down at the Meadowlands in New Jersey at the Guitar Convention at 5 o'clock. I'll be doing a guitar clinic there. And September 3rd, I will be at the Shroud Fest here in Pennsylvania. They're going to close the streets off in downtown PA, and that's a promotion put on by Main Street Jukebox and Pipco One Radio, and they're the sponsors of the whole thing. And I'll be jamming with some great musicians there, as well as maybe doing a set with my own band. We'll see how it goes.
Now, Rob, what guitar brand are you currently using, or are you currently under contract with, and how does it enhance your sound?
I've always been a Fender Strat fan, and been using them for years, as well as Martins and Taylors, acoustically, and Guild guitars, actually. Those are really cool guitars. Fenders, I have a whole slew of them. You can check them out on Facebook. I know a lot of different pictures of them. And my blue guitars with the maple neck, and those have been the hot guitars for me, and been really great guitar to rip up when you play live, to really do some great solos.
Now, excuse me. Now, being from Pennsylvania, are you an Eagles or a Steelers fan? And do you think there will be an NFL season this year?
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I'm probably a New York Jet fan.
Oh, wow!
I'm originally from New York, Long Island, New York, and I've always, even as a kid, always been a Jet fan. And I like the Giants as well at some points, but I've always been I grew up being a Jet fan. They were always the underdog, you know.
Now, what about the New England Patriots, my team?
New England Patriots. I've never really been too much of a fan. I kind of like some of the Super Bowl seasons that they had that were really cool. But I'm a football fan, so, you know, football's cool.
You're the man, Rob. Now, you've come so far in 2 years, and Skope has been privileged to witness what you've done and certainly what you're going to do, because you're far from through. What have you learned, and can you offer any advice to any younger ones coming up? I mean, the game is so different, this digital, the technology, and you've been able to just do your own thing and thrive. And can you just give some words if you could?
Sure. It's just it's been an awesome ride, and it's something that perseverance seems to be right up there, number one. You know, you got to love what you do and be very, very perseverant, and in getting yourself ahead. The internet's been awesome. There's so many different outlets, so many different things you can get involved with. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. You don't know sometimes quite who to talk to on there. So many people hoping bands and so forth. But you really got to weed through the worst stuff and try to get some advice. I would say a lot of young people, people like Gene Foley and Eugene Foley is one person that's a really great person to help you with things like that. And other people in the industry, it's a good thing, Even when I'm playing out, a lot of people talk to me and stuff, and that's a good thing to do for young musicians. Don't be afraid to come up and jam and talk with me about things. It's a cool thing, you know.
Now, globalization for the U.S. economy has been considered, some people say good, some people say bad, but music has gone global. And how do you feel about that thanks to the internet?
I think it's awesome. I think it's pretty neat that people, like you said, in Norway can hear stuff, and I kind of have an obligation at this point. I think a lot of musicians who get more notoriety and get out all around the world to really give a positive message in what they do and what you do. And I think that's an important thing. There's so many, bad things going on in the world that if I can bring just a little bit of good news to somebody, that's a really cool thing to do, through my music, and shake up their world a little bit, tell them they still have a hope.
And if you haven't picked up Rob Carlton's CD, you better go to CD Baby and pick it up, because it is really just music nirvana. It's really, it's the kind of CD that you just put on, and you got the grill going, and you got your kids running around, or you got your friends running around, or you got some hot chick running around, and you just play it, and that's it, and that's the beauty of it. And you don't look for that hot song. They're all hot, and I got my copy of CD Baby, and I love it, and I haven't put it down. So you need to go get that CD, because you need that CD. I'm telling you, especially in the summertime when you're swimming and grilling and just loving life at the beach, whatever. This is the album to have. It's definitely a classic. Now, Rob, let's go out with a bang here. What's coming up for Rob Carlton? Where you at online? What's up? Can we Google you? Where can the people follow you? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook? I know you're all over the place. Break it down. We got about a minute left.
Okay, sure. You can get the CD. It's Guitar 9 Records, CD Baby. There's even people selling them on eBay now. You can get in touch with me on GuitarHead77 on Twitter. You can Twitter me anytime. Rob Carlton Fans is another thing on Facebook. You can just Google my name, the Rob Carlton or Rob Carlton Band, even or Seven Thunders. Look that up. You'll find all kinds of information on there. Amazon. There's about 80 or so distribution sites where you can hear music. You can download ringtones. There's a place to do that online. And there's a whole wealth of areas where you can contact me. You can see interviews.
Rob, I don't mean to interrupt. Why Seven Thunders? What is that? What is Seven Thunders?
Seven Thunders is just
I love it. It's just so... But what is it?
It's powerful. It's just a quote it's a quote it's some info about, out of the Bible. And anybody can just go Google that, and they can find some interesting stuff.
Oh, that's beautiful. Google 7. Okay.
Yeah, just Google it. It's kind of end time-ish information, but it's kind of cool the way it turned out. It's like a hammer coming down like Thor, coming down Seven Thunders. So
I love it.
Google it. Check it out.
I love it. Well, as a pleasure. This is Rob Carlton. Now, this is his second time on Skope TV, everybody. But I can guarantee you this is not his final time. He will be on here 5, 6, 7, probably 12, 11, 13 times on Skope TV.
That's so awesome.
So, we love having you, Rob. We thank you. Turn that air conditioner on. Get a big jug of water. And let's just sit around and wait till October.
Absolutely.
All right, Rob. Skope TV. We'll be back next week. Everybody, enjoy your weekend. Much love.